Hi, welcome to this week's muscle group. It is the serratus anterior. I think it's one of the coolest muscles, and I continue to have a deeper understanding each time I practice working with it. So the action, what it does is, actually its origin is the superior surfaces, the outside surfaces of ribs 1 through 9. And then it goes back and it inserts into the scapula. So I invite you just to sit down for a moment, let your eyes close. And when you relax the serratus anterior, the diaphragm actually, the breath actually presses the ribs out. When you contract the serratus anterior, it squeezes the ribs in. So what happens is, if you get into the subtler actions, you'll be able to see what Dr. Ray Long is talking about in his book. When it's not contracted, when the serratus anterior is not contracted, the ribs puff out and the scapula actually move away from each other. And when you contract it, the serratus anterior, and you exhale, the scapula squeeze closer together and it helps to open up the chest. Now, I find it very beneficial to use this muscle in poses that resemble Tadasana. So starting out learning Tadasana and working with the serratus anterior, using it in Chaturanga, and also using it in inversions. I like to puff the ribs out though, so basically relaxing the serratus anterior, because that helps to, let's see, it helps to just lengthen the spine. It helps get the spine in correct alignment. Because a lot of times I notice that people are arching their lumbar spine. So you can see, let me stand up actually. So when I notice people in Tadasana in class, especially women, younger women, they tend to let their pelvis tilt back, or I should say tilt forward, so their buttocks stick more back, and that compresses the lumbar spine. But I like to tuck the tailbone under, that helps, but there's still kind of an arching in the back, almost like a cow, you know, the cat and cow, the cow shape of the spine. So when you puff the ribs out, that helps bring everything into alignment. So try to maintain that, and then contract the serratus anterior, and that helps to just draw everything back into alignment. So abdominals engaging, puffing out the ribs, and then contracting that serratus anterior, just to help get your whole body, or mainly your torso, into that alignment. So that when you take it into a different plane, into that Chaturanga, and I'm going to demonstrate this with my knees down. And tailbone tucks under, so I'm not emphasizing that lower lumbar spine curvature. And then again, I like to puff the ribs out. And then exhale, contracts the serratus anterior, which helps to hug the scapula in. And again, if I allow my abdominals to relax, that tips the pelvis forward. So again, contract the abdominals, contract serratus anterior, sternum reaching away from the navel, and then very slowly using the muscles, the biceps, the triceps, the pecs, the deltoids, to lower down, so that you can lower in one swoop, as opposed to winging out the shoulder blades and lowering down everything starts to, I'll call it the technical term, wonky. I've been enjoying using that word for whatever reason, so, which then could cause injury, and that's what we're all trying to avoid. So lastly, doing any kind of arm balances, and I'm going to demonstrate one against the wall using the concept of puffing the ribs out just to kind of help get the spine in alignment. So I'm going to bring this mat over here, and I'm just going to simply go into a headstand. Just for future use if you ever want to. So, again, starting with the foundation, forearms pressing, tailbone tucking, ribs expanding, puffing out, and then start to contract those ribs. So that just, again, helps to stabilize the core part of the body. Gets the spine in alignment. Whenever you come out of a headstand, you should always rest for a moment before coming up. Otherwise, that may lead to lightheadedness, but basically stabilizing the core. Serratus Anterior hugging in prevents the winging out of the scapula. And offhand, I think that's it. So it's a wonderful muscle to utilize when you're doing, again, any poses that are similar to Tadasana, which is most everything, because everything stems from Tadasana. So any questions, please don't hesitate to contact me, and enjoy working with the Serratus Anterior. Thank you.